Alright, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy Tony Shen. I am back with another FL Studio stock plugin tutorial. This is basically a series where I make beats only using stock plugins, so it's more tailored towards beginners because I only use really easily accessible sounds, and you'll need $500 to blow an Omnisphere. And also, I walk through the entire beat step by step, so it's really easy for you guys to follow along, and I try to explain everything. Today, we're gonna make a Metro Boomin X21 Savage type beat for Savage Mode 2. Now, I'm super excited for this tutorial, but before we get to that, if you haven't done so already and you're new to this channel, please hit the subscribe button. Please show some love on this video. All I wanna do is help as many people as possible by teaching the basics of making beats, and really means a lot to me, and your support really brightens up my day. So please do that, and let's get straight to the video. So like I said, we're gonna make a 21 Savage X Metro Boomin type beat in honor for Savage Mode 2 dropping. Now I know I'm a few weeks late, but I know a lot of you beat makers are trying to replicate the sound, and I'm here to deliver. And working with stock plugins as usual, we're gonna pull up Flex, which is a free sample library for all FL Studio 20 users. It's basically just a collection of various different sounds from FL Studio and super easy to work with. And as one of the reasons I really like working with this is because it's super easy to pick sounds and filter out what you want. And what you want with a Metro Boomin 21 Savage melody is you want to find a dark bell ambient type sound, right? So how you would find these sounds is go to tags and then find bell, and then these are all your different libraries that you can download. You can see, you just press this button, you can free for download, right? A lot of free sounds that you can use. And then if you select all, you can find all the bell sounds that you have access to. Now, this is one preset that I found. It's called SQ80 bells. It's one of these libraries. Again, you can download a few libraries and find them out for yourself, but this is one of the presets that I found I think would work really well. Right, so yeah, let's play with that. And in terms of tempo, you don't want it to be too slow, right? You still want some but you don't want it to be too fast either. So I'd say anywhere between 130 BPM to like 144, 148. Anywhere between that is fine. We're gonna work with like 138. And yeah, let's draw out a melody. Now I kind of just thought of a melody in my head already. Like you want something dark, right? Like bum 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 bum, a little creepy, a little haunting. So pattern. And we just pretty much repeat this. So just Control B, highlight Control B. That repeats it to the next bar. And then you have this, right? Now, if you just repeat this through the entire song, it can get a little bit boring. And also the melody itself, there's only one layer. It sounds a little bit empty. You could add more textures to it by adding more notes. So what you can do is add a bass note, right? So G. So since we're starting out with G, you can always add another G an octave below, and they'll enrich the sound a little bit. So now you could repeat G over and over again, but again, it's gonna get repetitive. So what we can do is kind of change the bass note and have some type of progression throughout, right? So boom, boom, boom. So maybe like a D sharp. Right? So something like that. Repeat this. So Control B again, or Command B if you're on Mac. And what if instead of bomb, bomb, it's bomb, bomb, like, one note down. Okay, so now let's add this to the mixer. I think that's already been added to the mixer actually. So just Control L or Command L if you're on Mac, and then that will link it to the mixer, to whatever mixer track you select, which in this case I already did. But it's a little bit loud, so we can turn down the input gain a little bit. And then let's EQ out some of the lows, because we're gonna add our own bass to it, like the 808, and we don't want it to clash, right? So the bass is gonna occupy this region. We wanna cut out some of this stuff here so that it doesn't really interfere with the frequencies of the bass.
And if you just listen to the bell sound itself, there's already a lot of reverb. So you don't need to add too much reverb because it already has that reverb, it already has that ambiance. So adding your own reverb to it is just gonna make it sound like too wide and too muddy. So it doesn't really even need reverb that much, right? So, okay, so now let's work on our bass. So as of now, if you watch this video, Tony Shen Slap Pack Volume 1 and 2 are free. Tony Shen Slap Pack Volume 2 is actually a part of this other kit that I'm giving out for free, which is in the link in the description, which for you to download. So I'll be pulling sounds from both kits that are both free for you guys. So again, every single sound that I use in this video is accessible to you as well. So let's pull up an 808. So we're gonna pull up the Trunks 808. Let's open this up. First step you wanna do is tune it. So Control E or Command E if you're on Mac, and then the flag button, detect pitch regions. As you can see, it's mostly in C, so it's fine to leave it tuned to C. By default, all of your samples will be tuned to C. See right here, it's highlighted, the highlight in blue, it says C, but if that's at E, just right click here and you'll have E. So right now let's just leave it on C because it's already tuned to C and that's in tune, right? Second thing you wanna do is create an envelope, otherwise your notes are gonna leak if you place them next to each other. So like if you didn't have the envelope on, you can tell it's not a pleasant sound, right, when they overlap. So just make sure the envelope is on. Then now let's come up with our melody, right? And since we already came up with the bells, it's pretty simple with the 808. You just have to follow the bass notes, which is, just G and D. Let's pitch this up an octave. Bum, bum, bum. And now you just have to find a groove, right? So because that's D sharp, so just put a D sharp here. Again, just follow the root note. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. That's the rhythm I kind of want to go for. Boom, boom. Because it ends on a D. The root note is a D here. Boom. So now we have the 808. Now let's come up with a snare. You can use a snare or a clap. Either one works. Actually, we're gonna add a snare. We're also gonna add a clap, but we're gonna put the clap. We're gonna put the clap here. So put the clap here. Yeah, and we're gonna use the clap. We're gonna use the snare just to fill up other space. So like boom, right? And we can just copy that, and then add some more variation. Boom, boom, boom. And then hi-hat, let's go to Slap Pack Volume 1 and then find a closed hat and an open hat. So I like the focus hat. I think it works well for like dark trap beats like this. You can just fill 2 steps. Okay, so now let's also add some rolls just to spice things up, right? Let's change the grid to the half step, and then it allows us to like roll faster notes. So here you can extend this and then highlight it and Control U, and that articulates it to the grid, so it gives you that roll. And then another trick I like to do with hi-hats is to use like lower or higher notes. So that sounds super cool. Like another roll here maybe. I don't know. It's up to you. You're the artist here. You're the creative. Da 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 da. And I like to leave a little bit of space here just to keep the listener anticipating, right? Leave that space. Let's find an open hat. This might just go on the one just to emphasize the first beat, right? Like let's copy that. Copy that. Awesome. So now let's add a little bit more to the melody. So we could add it like a dark lead just to add on top of this melody, just to give some type of change in energy. So let's open up another, no, let's open up Citrus, because we haven't used that in a while. So I guess there are some leads here in like X Nucleon. Can't find leads anywhere else though. I don't see the category, but let's see what these have. Emily. Oh, that works actually. Has that little bit of like a voice type feel to it. It sounds like a little bit voicey. So yeah, we're gonna pull that from Citrus. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum. Bum, bum. Bum, bum. Bum, bum. Bum. Oh. Okay, so now let's add all of this to the mixer. I know it sounds a little bit or not all of it, like the rest of the tracks, because we could tweak up the mix a little bit just to make it sound more bearable. So to link multiple tracks to the mixer, just Control Shift L or Command Shift L if you're on Mac, and then yeah, this is super loud, so let's turn down the input gain just a little bit. So the difference, I've had this question before, the difference between this knob and like this knob, both of them control like your gain, right? Like how loud your sound is. But the main difference, and the reason why sometimes I would use this knob versus this knob, is like this knob controls the gain of the sound after all the effects have been done already, versus this is like the input to like all of these. So this gain controls how loud the sound is before all of these effects get triggered. And the reason sometimes I turn this knob down is because if I don't, then it comes in super loud. So when I run effects through it, like the inputs through all the effects are super loud, and it'll change the way certain effects work. That's why I like to reduce the input gain coming in to like at most 12 like negative 12 decibels. Otherwise, like above that, sometimes it makes your plugins react differently. So that, I hope that answers some mixing questions that you guys have when it comes to just working with gain and gain staging throughout your mix. But yeah, let's EQ this. And I feel like this could use a little bit more reverb just to open up the sound a little bit more. Let's turn up the wet knob and open the size up a little bit. Yeah. And then both of these melody sounds are a little bit too loud, so we're gonna turn that down, and this one down to 2. Okay, last step is I want to add a little bit of variation in the melody, so we might just change up the sound to like a piano or something. So let's open up Flex and look for like a piano sound. Piano, all like a dark grand piano. That works. So copy, Control C, Control V. And just to change up the tone of the sound, just to add some variation. And let's mix that piano in a little bit. Let's turn this down. And that's all you have. Like, we basically have all the melodies, and then we have the drums. All you have to do now is to just split each pattern individually so you can arrange. So just right click on pattern 1, split by channel, and now you have each individual track by itself. And now we can have fun and arrange. So let's do that, right? Split the tracks up. Let's unmute the bells, and I feel like it will sound cool if you started out with the bells. So I'm gonna do a quick arrangement. Now, arrangement is really up to you guys. I feel like, depending on the artist you work with, or depending on how long you want the beat to be, the arrangement could be completely different. I'm just gonna do this like super quick, and yeah, the lead maybe comes in here, and then snares this. Chop this off to give a little anticipation action here. Just copy that. Here, maybe the 808 comes in a little bit later, so it still comes in, but not where you anticipate it to come in. So yeah. That's the whole beat. One last thing is maybe you want to add a little bit of intro, because I know Boomin, he has like some pretty cool intros, and some of his intros are really memorable. So what you can do is, you know, it's very simple. Is like you start out with like a low cutoff. I guess the filter doesn't really do anything here, but yeah, I guess the filter doesn't really do anything. So we can add our own filter, right? So Fruity Love filter, and just gradually open it up, right? So you want to automate this so that it changes the cutoff throughout. So first you want to highlight the intro because you don't want the clip to last the entire song. So go here and then right click and then create automation clip and then just pull this up so it gradually opens up. So and that's the whole beat, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this all the way and then showing your support on this video. I hope you guys learned something. I hope this video is useful and you can be the next Metro Boomin. So before I play the beat for you guys and preview it, if you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button. It means the whole world to me and I really appreciate all your support. You know, drop a like and comment anything you want to talk about. Let's talk about life. But flood the comment section with feedback or any new suggestions on what I should do next, and I'm gonna play the beat for you.